There were plenty of witnesses as the plane splashed down into the water. King 5's Madison Wade has been on the scene all evening, and Madison joining us now. Madison, investigators are trying to figure out exactly what went wrong.
Right now, that is the big question here. After the first question was, is that pilot okay? And we know tonight the pilot is in the hospital with minor injuries. As you mentioned, many people saw this happen. They were having dinner here on the waterfront and saw a plane flying very low to the surface before it went into the water. A lot of people took out their phones, and this is what they saw.
There he is, there he is. Praise God.
Oh my Lord.
Right in this video, you can see the end of the plane's tail going under the surface right off of Pier 67 into Elliott Bay. This video shows the pilot in the water. If you look pretty close, and the rescue boat coming in to get him. Moments later, they get him out of the water to safety. That pilot, as I mentioned, was taken to an ambulance on the waterfront and eventually taken to the hospital. He has minor injuries but is okay. Seattle Fire says they were quick to respond after getting multiple 911 calls that a plane just crashed into the water. They initially said it was a seaplane, but the public information officer with Seattle Fire said it also could be a Cessna.
And I was watching it and I was like, I didn't know they landed here. And I was kind of watching it, and it was just gliding in like it was landing, and I can't tell you for sure if it was a float plane or just a plane, because I just was so perplexed by why it was landing in the sound. I'd never seen that.
Andy said normally she sees seaplanes land in Lake Union, but this was a different story tonight. The recovery effort continues to get the plane out of the water. It is some 75 feet away from the pier under the water. The U.S. Coast Guard is working to figure out how to get the plane out. As for what happened, what led to this crash, we have asked the FAA for confirmation. We will wait to hear back. You are taking a live look now at the water and a buoy that was marked here by the U.S. Coast Guard and Seattle Fire to show recovery efforts and crews where that plane is underneath the water. This is not going to disrupt any vessels leaving from this pier. The Victoria Clipper leaves and comes in from this area. So tonight we're learning more about the recovery efforts that continue at this hour, but we did speak briefly with a few U.S. Coast Guard members. They told me it will take multiple days to get that plane out of Elliott Bay tonight. Live on the waterfront, Madison Wade, King 5 News.